Today I will show you exactly why the hated Tiptronic automatic transmission is actually the best transmission Porsche has ever made. When you hear buying advice for a 964 through 997.1 Porsche 911 or a 986 through 987.1 Boxster or Cayman, the advice usually involves not even looking at the Tiptronic transmission. And from a pure track performance standpoint, that's correct. The manual or PDK are much better. That's it, video done. Guess it was just clickbait. Of course, there are two sides to every story, and the thing is that the Tiptronic transmission is actually a very good transmission. In fact, it may be better than the manual transmission or the PDK in real world situations. Now, before you get in the comments just to tell me exactly how wrong I am, watch this entire video and see if I change your mind. So here are 5 reasons why the Tiptronic transmission is the best transmission that Porsche has made. Reason number 1, reliability. If properly maintained, the Tiptronic transmission is an extremely reliable unit. In fact, many call it bulletproof. Now, in order for it to stay bulletproof, it is vital that you drain the transmission fluid about every 80,000 miles and change the transmission filter. Doing this will help avoid an expensive rebuild. If you do end up having to rebuild your Tiptronic transmission, it does have an advantage over the PDK dual clutch transmission in price. A rebuilt Tiptronic transmission will cost about $4,000. Currently, Porsche does not rebuild PDK transmissions, so they are charging around $30,000 for a new PDK transmission. However, I was able to find a couple of shops that will rebuild a PDK, and that still costs about $10,000. Of course, add on to this price whatever a shop will charge you to put in the transmission if you can't do it yourself. Unless you have enough money to light your charcoal barbecue with $100 bills, take care of your transmission. And here's reason number 2, driving in traffic. If you live near a major city and you drive in traffic a lot, the Tiptronic transmission is just a lifesaver over a manual transmission. Or should I say, knee saver. I have knee issues, and my past 3 Porsches have all been manual cars. I love the manual cars, I love the experience. However, I was finding it difficult to walk after driving these in traffic, and I'm using my Porsches as daily drivers. The constant use of the clutch was the main driver of this discomfort, and my knee would literally seize up for days at a time. Of course, it's been pointed out to me that I could just get knee surgery and still drive a manual. Here's reason number 3, quick downshifting. Of course, a Tiptronic like I have in this 996 has quite a party trick. It is able to downshift in 0.2 of a second when you smash on the throttle. This allows the engine to get in the nice rev range so that you have more horsepower and torque available. For the average driver, this is quicker than most people can downshift their manual transmission. I once thought I was a pretty good driver, and then I was taken around a track by a professional driver in a Porsche Panamera Turbo. I realized just how much better a professional is. We still have 2 more reasons why the Tiptronic S is the best transmission that Porsche has ever made. But if you've liked this video and you like similar videos, go ahead and click that subscribe button and ring that bell. That way you'll never miss another one of my non-controversial videos. And here's reason number 4, passing. When the time to pass comes, the Tiptronic makes it simple. Just push the accelerator to the floor quickly and the car will find a much better gear to get you as much power as possible. When passing, you will have to keep an eye on the speedometer, as you can quickly go from about 50 miles per hour to 100 without really thinking about it. And if you have a turbo with a Tiptronic, you really have to watch your speed or you could end up in jail. And that get out of jail free card doesn't actually exist unless you're a celebrity or politician. And here's reason number 5, the buttons on the steering wheel. Now, a popular upgrade for a Tiptronic transmission is adding paddle shifters out of an AMG Mercedes. It does give the car more of an exotic feel. That upgrade does add some to the driving experience, although it's not quite as good as a manual. Having said this, the buttons on the stereo do allow for you to shift up or down very quickly using just one hand. Look, Mama, I'm shifting with one hand. Value-wise, buying a Porsche with a Tiptronic transmission does reduce the value by about 15%. So the question becomes, is the manual that much better that it warrants 15% more on otherwise the same car? And before you knock the Tiptronic transmission, give one a try and see if you like it. And remember, if it doesn't shift well when you try it, give it an Italian tune-up and it'll start shifting better. Sure, the driving experience with a manual transmission is a bit more involving, but as you can see, in the real world, a Tiptronic transmission clearly is the best transmission that Porsche has made. The fact that I own a 911 with the Tiptronic transmission and stand to benefit from this opinion has absolutely nothing to do with it.